There was a time when the world ended, not with fire, not with storms, not with the fall of kingdoms. It ended with silence. Cities still stood. Mountains did not crumble. The seas did not boil, but something was gone, and only one man remembered what it was. He walked across an empty age, carrying a memory that the world itself had chosen to forget. He was called many things: liar, madman, prophet, but history would know him by only one name: the Last Witness. Long before this quiet world, there was another, an age of light so bright that shadows struggled to exist. Kingdoms rose like mountains. Empires ruled for centuries. The sky itself bent to the will of kings. But the greatest power was not in crowns or armies. It was in memory. The people believed that as long as something was remembered, it could never truly die. And so they recorded everything. Wars, births, gods, even the stars were given names. In those days there lived a seer, not beloved, not trusted, because he never spoke of victory. He spoke of absence. He warned that the world was not ending. It was being erased, not destroyed, removed. And worse, the people themselves were helping. They fed the force that would consume them by watching, by recording, by remembering. But no one listened, because forgetting felt like surrender. The first signs were small. Entire villages disappeared. Not burned, not conquered, gone. And within weeks, no one remembered they had ever existed. Maps changed. Records shifted. Memories softened. The world began correcting itself, as if those places had never been. Only the seer and one young archivist noticed. The archivist would become the last witness. He was ordinary, quiet, patient, invisible. His duty was simple: preserve the truth. But truth became unstable. Scrolls changed when left unattended. Names altered overnight. He began copying everything by hand, again and again. Yet every morning, fewer records remained. History was being rewritten by something far older than gods. The seer finally explained. There was a force older than creation. It did not hate. It did not judge. It only sought stillness. It fed on existence the way night feeds on light. But it could only erase what was observed, because observation gave things form. Form made them visible. Visibility made them vulnerable. To be seen was to be marked. The kings refused to accept this. To stop observing meant surrendering power. To forget meant losing control. So they ordered greater surveillance. More records, more watchers, more memory. They believed knowledge would protect them. Instead, it fed the erasure. The more the world was watched, the faster it vanished. Then came the final night. The sky dimmed. Not darkened, dimmed, as if the universe itself was growing tired. Cities vanished mid-conversation. Armies disappeared while marching. Entire bloodlines ended without death. People watched their loved ones fade, and then forgot they had ever existed. By dawn, the world was smaller, quieter, hollow. The archivist survived because he stopped watching. He closed his eyes. He burned his records. He abandoned history. In surrender, he became invisible to the force. When he opened his eyes again, the age of light was gone. Only ruins remained. But he still remembered every face, every name. And memory itself became a burden, because remembering the lost made him visible. Each recollection brought the erasure closer. So he learned to speak in riddles and analogies. and stories that hid truth. This is why ancient myths never say things directly. They are camouflage. The New World chose survival over truth. People stopped recording, stopped asking, stopped looking too closely. Civilizations became simpler, smaller, safer, but also weaker. And so the world endured by becoming less. The last witness wandered for centuries, waiting, watching, for the moment when humanity would grow curious again. Because curiosity would restart the cycle. Kingdoms would rise, knowledge would expand, observation would return, and the erasure would begin again. If you are hearing this story, it means curiosity has already returned. It means the world is watching again. And somewhere, the force that ended the first age is awakening, because it does not destroy, it does not conquer, it only waits until something looks back and remembers. Thanks for watching. This is Dark Trace.